Welcome to FinStechs from Laura and Anthony. Get ready to explore the cutting edge, because today we're diving deep into Garmin's brand new Forerunner smartwatches. We're talking the 570 and, wow, the powerhouse 970.
Absolutely. And these aren't, your everyday fitness trackers. We're really looking at premium tech here, designed for athletes who are super focused on improving performance. And it's interesting timing too, right? Garmin's own data for 2024 shows this real surge in activities. Think track running, HIIT.
Exactly. And honestly, right away, those bright AMOLED displays, they really pop. That's a big plus. Plus, all the training tools packed inside are pretty impressive.
For sure. And you also have to look at the bigger picture, this whole global smartwatch market. It's just booming, projected for massive growth.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive is to really get under the hood, understand what makes these new Forerunners tick, and how they fit into this really exciting but also competitive landscape.
Okay, let's maybe kick things off with the Forerunner 570. This is Garmin's fresh mid-tier offering. It's coming in at $549.99.
Yeah, $550.
And what's genuinely interesting here, I think, is that Garmin's adding features at this price point that, we haven't really seen before from them in this range.
You nailed it. We're talking built-in speakers and microphones. Okay, let's unpack that a bit. Imagine taking Bluetooth calls right from your wrist on a mid-range running watch.
Yeah, that's pretty significant.
And it even has voice assistant support.
Yes.
It feels like a real step up.
It does. It comes in two sizes too, right? 42 and 47 millimeter.
Yep, 42 and 47 mil. And the battery life is pretty solid, up to 11 days in smartwatch mode.
Okay, so now, moving up the ladder to the premium end, we've got the Forerunner 970. This one's priced at $749.99.
Bit of a jump there.
It is. And this is where Garmin really shows off its top-tier stuff, materials like a titanium bezel, super durable sapphire crystal.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The 970 introduces a potentially, game-changing health feature, an ECG sensor, electrocardiogram. This lets you monitor your heart rhythm, check for signs of things like cardiac arrhythmia.
Yeah, that's huge. For serious athletes, tracking every single aspect of their health and performance, that's a major addition.
Definitely.
It is significant, though. You might notice the battery life, while it's still very good, up to 15 days in the smartwatch mode.
Still pretty decent.
It is, but it is actually a step down from the previous high-end model. That one offered 23 days.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's quite a difference.
So it kind of raises the question, how will users weigh these cool new features against maybe a bit less battery longevity?
That's a good point. So what does all this tell us about Garmin's strategy then? Clearly, they're making, a bold move in this wearable tech market, which, as we said, is huge, over $84 billion and still growing fast.
Right.
The Forerunner 970 basically takes over from the 965, but yeah, with that noticeable price jump.
Precisely. And this pricing strategy now puts the Forerunner series much, much closer to Garmin's Fenix line. The Fenix line is known for being super rugged, tons of features.
Right, the adventurer's watch.
Exactly. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, you see that while Garmin is still dominant in its sort of core areas, they are facing more pressure, from the big tech giants, Apple, Samsung. They're pushing more into fitness and outdoors now.
Right, but Garmin's response seems to be doubling down on their core audience.
Yeah.
They're really dedicated athlete. And these new watches really emphasize that, especially when you look at the training tools.
Exactly. I mean, both the 570 and 970 are packed with running-specific metrics developed with Garmin's own experts. But the 970, it boasts some really novel features.
Like what?
Well, take the running economy evaluation, for instance. Think of it as analyzing how efficiently your body uses energy to move forward. It looks at things like ground contact time, vertical oscillation.
Ah, okay. Helping you refine your form.
Exactly, potentially improve endurance. And then there's running tolerance. This monitors the sort of biomechanical stress on your body, helping you understand your limits, maybe prevent overtraining.
And that running economy feature. I saw some buzz about that.
Yeah.
A tester from Tom's Guide apparently called wrist-based measurements like this a potential star feature for premium sports watches.
Well, it makes sense. It's all about giving athletes that data-driven edge,
Yeah.
those insights to optimize training.
Totally. And just a reminder for you listening, both the Forerunner 570 and 970, they'll be available orders starting May 21st, directly from Garmin's website.
Good to know. And just to sort of put this whole thing in a bit of context, The wider wearable tech world is just moving so fast. Like, we're hearing reports about Apple working on a thinner Apple Watch Series 10, maybe a larger display, new health stuff.
Always iterating.
Always. And then you've got
Yeah.
Aura still evolving its smart ring, even with more competition popping up.
Mm.
Companies like Motorola are jumping in with things like the Moto Watch Fit looks a bit like an Apple Watch, but apparently has way longer battery life.
Interesting.
And even WP, they just launched their 5.0 and a medical-grade version. Smaller design, advanced health tracking, some FDA-cleared features even.
Wow. Okay. So lots happening across the board.
Definitely.
So I guess the key takeaway here is that Garmin is really doubling down on its commitment to those performance-focused athletes. These new premium forerunners are packed with advanced features, hitting a market that's, well, booming, but also getting super competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how athletes respond to these, especially with the new pricing and features.
It really will be. The innovation in this space just keeps accelerating.
Absolutely. No signs of slowing down.
Stay tuned for more updates, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.